Alan Newcastle sits alone watching YouTube videos on his computer when suddenly he hears an all too familiar cry for help.
There is no expectation of privacy in public.
There's no need to fear. Hezokai is here.
You know, to like pissing people off, to enjoy making women uncomfortable and want to cry because you won't leave them alone, to get off on making people angry and people asking you, please don't film me, and going out of your way to film them because they asked you not to film. So you're purposely going out of your way to hurt other people emotionally. Oh, well, feelings don't trump law. Right. But what is wrong with you mentally? What is wrong with your brain that you enjoy making people feel emotionally upset? Like, how can you think that that's okay? See, here we go. There's a perfect example. How can you not have a mental problem and say, oh, poor employees, oh, I made them upset? No emotion, no soul, no goodness, no empathy, just pure black-hearted, evil, sadistic, getting pleasure off of other people's suffering, narcissism. There's something wrong with their brains. They're nuts. They get off on making other people feel bad. They enjoy it makes them feel big and powerful, right? So yeah, I really do think that there's something wrong with their brains. There's gotta be. And Rogue just proved my point. Oh, those poor government employees. Well, yeah, that's how much empathy you have for other humans. Screw them. The only thing that matters is that I make them feel bad. That's how I feel like a man. That's what makes me feel like a man. How tiny is your little ding dong that you got to make other people feel bad to feel like a man? Your little baby rice cake, little baby rice. What did they used to say when I was a kid? It's so small I could use it to floss my teeth. Like, oh, helping our freedoms, blah, blah, blah. You got to flex your freedoms or you'll lose them and this and that. Where are, like, the whole psychology behind it seems so nonsensical to me, because it's like no one that I've ever met in my entire life has ever said, hey, guys, I got an idea. Let's go take some footage inside the post office today. And then when we got there, they said, no filming in the post office. Like, why would anybody even think of that? Like, how has it become such this big, huge movement by the First Amendment auditing community to fight for their rights to do things that nobody wants to do? Why is it such a big deal to fight for something that nobody cares about? Nobody cares about filming in libraries. Nobody cares about filming in post offices. Nobody cares about filming a bunch of truck drivers at a truck stop or a bunch of people eating their dinner, because nobody does that. The secretary, who 8 hours a day, 6 days, 5 days a week, whatever, is typing in a computer, putting the information, whatever it is in the system, so-and-so called, got to make sure they have an appointment, and then you come in, yeah, hello, how may I help you today? Yeah, I need to see so-and-so, I got to make a FOIA request. Okay, so you go up to the third floor and you ask for Tommy, and I'll put in here that you come in so he'll know to look for you. And then you get the form and have a nice day. Thank you, right? In Rogue Nation's opinion, every single one of those people don't do what I just described. Frauditors think that what's actually happening is they're sitting there typing all kinds of bank account information to steal stuff and rob from the government and from the public, from the citizens. And how can I steal their money today? And how can I screw people over today? And let's see who I could get arrested today and send the cops after this. And then Rogue comes in with his camera and then, oh, you caught me. Oh, no, oh, please don't film me. And that's why they say don't film me. Like, it can never be because they don't like being filmed. It has to be because they're up to something. Are you that stupid? Yeah, you are. Or you wouldn't be a frauditor. This is why I always say that frauditors are stupid. And people are like, oh, well, that's just an insult. No, because if you were smart, frauditing would not seem like a good idea to you in the first place. Because it's not. And there are a lot of people who are butthurt because instead of taking responsibility for their actions, they get arrested or pulled over or ticketed or something. And instead of taking responsibility for their own actions, they decide to dedicate the rest of their lives to blaming everyone else for every bad thing that happened to them. It's the government's fault. It's the tyrannical cops' fault. It's the evil society's fault. It's never your fault. It's not your fault you were speeding. It's the government's fault for pulling you over. It's not your fault for not leaving when they ask you to leave. It's their fault for asking you to leave in the first place. Like, there are things that happen and time passes and things change. And that's why the Constitution is such a beautiful document, because it can be amended. But he's like cherry picking from one of these guys. Say it ain't so. Cherry picking the Constitution to take out the parts that support your arguments and throw out the parts that don't. That's why when people always say, oh, well, you guys complain about money, but you're monetized. No. Once again, I don't care if anyone on YouTube makes money off of their videos. That doesn't bother me. My point is, when you're using this big, super, civil rights movement, comparing the cops to Nazis and comparing yourself to Rosa Parks and all this as an excuse to get paid for being a jerk while going like this, it's BS. It's bull. It's false advertising. It's a false bill of sale. You're trying to sell us on the idea that you're a freedom fighter when really you're just a jerk who's filming yourself being a jerk and posting it on the internet. That's it. To wake up in the morning and say, hey, today I'm going to go get arrested, or hey, today I'm going to go bother people and try to get arrested. Today I'm going to piss people off. Today I'm going to go out of my way to make people angry. Like, there's got to be something wrong with your brain to think that frauditing is a good idea in the first place. I just had a revelation. This guy, after listening to him for 3 days now, he finally got into my brain. It made me understand the truth of how they think. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to explain to you the way the world works, the way that these people think. Right now, I'm sitting on a horrible, evil, tyrannical wooden device that was specifically designed for human beings by the evil Illuminati, alien, monster, lizard people to destroy our will to stand instead of sit. How dare they force me into the seated position with the tyrannical chairs. Oh, no. They're forcing me to do this.